Live fast, die young, a phrase that is commonly tossed around by ne'er-do-wells with no desire to see what lies beyond their declining youth. But I don't think that that's what the saying really means. To live fast means to die young, not to die early. It means not to die in your youth, but with your youth. Not to fizzle out in a blaze of recklessness, but to live with a vitalistic fervor that can only be achieved by a life well lived and a pace well maintained through speed, power, and flow. To live at such a pace with such ferocious intensity that time struggles to catch you. Youth is not only a virtue like beauty and truth, but also a state of being. Some seem to reject their youth early, while others seem to revel in it for their entire lives. They never slow down, they never trade curiosity for comfort, they live their whole lives with a fire in their belly and thumos in their chest. Socrates famously said that the unexamined life is not worth living, but I would likewise argue that the unlived life is not worth examining. Yukio Mishima understood this as he developed a reverence for ancient Greek virtues and aesthetics that held the virtue of youth to be roughly synonymous with that of goodness, beauty, and truth. A good life could therefore not be achieved by examination alone. A good life must be forged through sheer will and determination, made possible by one's vigor and lust for all that life has to offer. You cannot just think your way to a beautifully tragic death, you must earn it. Mishima likewise argued that in order to achieve such a death, one must build their body into the most beautiful and aesthetically pleasing form that they could possibly achieve. His work, in which he details all of this, titled Sun and Steel, was published in 1948. And as life would have it, just 1 year earlier in 1947, Willard Motley would write his book, Knock on Any Door, in which he would coin the famous phrase in its entirety: live fast, die young, and leave behind a beautiful corpse. But Jonas, old age comes for us all. One must not maintain their splendid vitality forever, lest he become some android science experiment like Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson is the antithesis of youth. He fears death and decay, and he seeks to divert this natural process through unnatural means. Youth is free and uncaring. Youth does not fear what is to come, but revels in the glory of what is. Christ famously and explicitly said, "Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your lives?" Do you not see? It is not time that causes one to lose their youth. It is fear and worrying that strips one of their vital essence. It is anxiety that causes one to slow down and ultimately freeze, and this is what causes decay. Newton's first law is that an object in motion stays in motion. So do not slow down, do not stagnate, and you will by nature resist decay. If you want to die with your youth and leave behind a beautiful corpse, you must live fast. Death has a much harder time hitting a moving target.